So, who is today's health-conscious consumer in China? And what do they really, truly want from something like a probiotic? I'll give you a hint. It's probably not what you think. All right, let's jump right in and decode the future of this huge wellness market.
Welcome to Salon. For this explainer, we are diving deep into the 2025 Probiotics Consumer Insights report, which comes to us from KuRunData, a Tuluna company. And what it shows us is a surprisingly clear and specific strategy for any brand that wants to win in this space.
Here's the plan. We're going to move through 5 quick sections. First, we'll look at just how crowded this market is. Then, we'll meet the one consumer who matters most. After that, we'll explore what she really wants, which leads us to where the brand opportunities are. And finally, we'll wrap it all up with 3 essential findings you can't ignore.
Let's be honest, the health and wellness market, especially for probiotics, it's packed. It feels like everyone is talking about gut health, right? So the real challenge for any brand out there isn't just about showing up, it's about being relevant and making a real connection with the right person.
And that brings us to the most important question of all. With all that noise, trying to appeal to everyone is basically a recipe for getting lost in the crowd. This report makes a powerful argument that success really comes down to winning over one very specific type of consumer. So, who is she?
Let's meet her. The research gives her a pretty cool title, the Modern Health Manager, and she is the absolute key to unlocking growth in this market. Honestly, understanding her is everything.
See, she's not just shopping for herself. Picture this, she's a professional, a mother, and basically the chief wellness officer of her entire household. She's living in a major city, she's well-informed, she's careful with her choices, and she holds the purse strings for her family's health.
And let's put a number on that. A massive 71% of these key consumers are married with children. Now that's not just a demographic detail. It changes everything. It means her mindset is automatically focused on family-wide health, not just her own.
And what about her spending power? Well, with an average monthly income of over 12,000 RMB, she's a solid middle-class consumer who isn't just willing, but is fully able to invest in high-quality health products for the people she cares about.
And this number right here really drives home her role as the family's health gatekeeper. Over a third of them are specifically buying probiotics for other family members. We're talking their kids, their parents. The message here is crystal clear. If you win her trust, you win the entire household.
Okay, so now we know who she is. The next logical step is to figure out what she actually wants. And I'll give you a little spoiler alert. It's not just about digestion anymore. Her whole idea of what it means to be healthy has gotten a lot bigger.
So let's just ask the question, what are the problems that she is actively trying to solve day in and day out for herself and her family? The answer is pretty much a roadmap to where the real market opportunities are right now.
Sure, gut health is still important, it's foundational, but the things at the very top of her list are much broader. She's looking for real solutions for things like boosting immunity, fighting that constant feeling of fatigue, helping manage her mood, and even tackling long-term goals like anti-aging and weight management.
Now this is fascinating. The report found this incredibly strong link between 2 of her biggest worries. A huge number of these consumers say they have sleep problems. And what's the very first thing that takes a hit when you're not sleeping well? You guessed it, her number 1 priority, immunity. This connection is a massive opportunity for brands who can solve both. And if we dig just a little deeper, we find this powerful new trend on the rise. Mood regulation, or qingshu tiaojie, is quickly moving from a niche idea to a major demand. People are more aware of the gut-brain connection, and with all the pressures of modern life, she's actively looking for products that can support her emotional well-being. This is a whole new frontier for brands to explore. So, with this really sharp picture of the modern health manager, how can a brand actually get her attention and earn her business for the long haul? Well, the report gives a super clear path forward.
It really comes down to 3 key pillars. First, elevate the packaging. It's not just a box, it's the first step in the entire experience. Second, focus on natural flavors. She's smart, and she's skeptical of anything artificial. And third, and this might be the most important one, develop products that do more than one thing. Products with combined benefits, like something that tackles both immunity and sleep.
Okay, we've covered a ton of ground, so let's wrap up by boiling this all down to the 3 most important, most essential findings from this entire report. These are the big ideas that should be shaping your strategy.
Finding number 1, and this is the big one. Stop trying to talk to everyone.
You have to be laser-focused on this one person, the modern health manager. She's your super user, she's your biggest advocate, and she's the gateway to her family's entire wellness budget.
The second huge takeaway is that the conversation itself has shifted. Just talking about basic gut health, that's just the price of entry now. The real winners will be the products that can solve her more complex, interconnected problems, especially things like immunity, that whole fatigue and sleep cycle, and her emotional balance.
And finally, number 3, your strategy has to be as complete as her needs are. It's not just about what's inside the bottle. Success is going to come from that perfect mix of a great user experience, a real commitment to natural ingredients, and creating innovative, multi-benefit products that just make her life a little bit easier.
And that really brings us to the end. The insights from this report couldn't be clearer, and we know exactly who this core consumer is. So the only real question left is the one for you. Is your brand actually ready to meet the modern health manager and give her what she's looking for?